Over the past several weeks, I've been asked multiple times how to create and sell a digital product so that you can actually make money online. In this video, I am going to reveal step by step how to create and sell your digital product from ideation to actually getting money into your pocket. Now, be forewarned, this is going to be a longer video, so you might want to save this so that you can watch it later. Hi, my name is Alston Godbolt with alstongodbolt.com. I create content to actually help you make money online and not just to put money into my own pockets. And if you want to be added to the globe, comment down below with your city, state, zip code, province, or country, and I'll get you pinned. All right, so as I mentioned, what we're going to do today is I'm going to go over the exact process I use to create and sell digital products. Again, this is going to be a little bit longer video, probably 30 minutes, if not more, but I'm going to give you everything that you need, everything from the niche idea all the way through actually selling and delivering the digital product. This is going to be a masterclass of sorts on how to create and sell it. So let's go ahead and jump right in it. The first thing that we need to do is we need to identify our niche, and then within the niche, the digital product ideas. For the purposes of this video, I am going to assume that we are content creators that show people how to get more followers on social media. Your niche for your first digital product should be whatever you have skills and hobbies in. Before jumping in and selling your first digital product, I recommend that you write down a list of hobbies, maybe your top 5 favorite hobbies, write down your top 5 or 10 skills, and then write down what you basically do at work all day. Within those 20 to 25 items, you should be able to find a digital product that you can create. Now, in previous days and in previous weeks, I've shown you how people have been wildly profitable and successful, talking about everything from Excel to QuickBooks. So there are tons of opportunities in boring everyday things. Again, for the purposes of this video, we are going to assume that our niche is helping people get more followers or grow on social media, and we're actually going to create a workbook on how to grow more followers on social media. Later on in this video, I'm going to show you how we can use AI to help us come up with different ideas. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Now that we have our idea, we are going to create a digital product on how to get more followers on social media. I am personally, for your first project, I am a huge fan of you creating a workbook. Simply put, a workbook is actionable. If someone completes the entire workbook, they will have a finished result, which will empower them to continue on. A lot of people like to create and sell ebooks, but for the most part, people don't read ebooks anymore, and so they won't get the result. They won't have a problem solved, and so they won't come back to you for more help. The whole purpose of creating digital products is to help someone get from point A to point B. Now, if we're creating a low ticket item, which is less than $27, we are going to solve a micro problem. Again, how to get more followers on social media is a small problem. A big problem could be how to make 10K per month online. We want to solve a small problem with our low ticket item, and then we can work people up and help them solve bigger problems later on. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump over to ChatGPT with the idea of we're going to create a workbook. I'm simply going to tell ChatGPT that I want to create a workbook to help people get more followers on social media, list ideas to include in this workbook. It's really simple as that. I am creating a workbook to help people gain more followers on social media. Please list items to include. So while that's working, I'm going to jump over to Canva, which is free, and I'm just going to type in workbook. And this is going to give us our workbook template and framework that we can just modify so that we can get this up and running quickly. Now with Canva, you can't just download these workbooks that are here and then sell them. You've got to modify them. You've got to change them. Now I do want to let you know that there are some free ones and there's some paid ones. Anyone that has a crown here are paid, or you've got to be a part of the membership, but we're just going to grab this one right here as an example. Now I'm not going to take the time to actually create this workbook because it would take me literally hours. I just want to give you an idea of how quickly you can create these things. So as you can see here, we could actually go through and modify the workbook as is. I'm just going to type in workbook here like this. And as you can see, we are going to apply changes, and now we've got the framework for a workbook just like this. So if we come back over to ChatGPT, you can see it's giving us stuff to include. It talks about content creation, social media strategy, engagement, and so on. These are the things that we can put into our workbook to make it more valuable. Now, what I've done is I've kind of outlined what the steps should be if you want to create your first digital product. As you can see here, we have created the product, we've got our idea. The next step is to build a landing page. Now, ultimately, what I recommend that you do is you build a landing page to collect names and email because most people aren't going to buy right away. So what we're going to do is we're going to create content, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, and then we're going to send people to our landing page. Our landing page is going to collect people that are interested in growing followers on social media. And our landing page is going to have a headline, a sub-headline, and then an input box for their name, input box for their email address, and then a submit button. Now, the cool thing is we can use a software called Gbolt Systems to help build this out. If you get started with Gbolt Systems, there is a 2-week free trial, and you actually get access to all of the landing pages and all this stuff that I'm building out for you today. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on sites. The first thing that we're going to do once we click on sites is we're going to go out and we're going to build our form. Our form is what we're going to use to collect the name and the email. All right, so we're in sites. We're going to go over to forms. We're going to click on form builder. We're going to add a new form, and I'm going to call this form social media followers. I like to just call everything the same so that there's some congruency and I know what I'm working with. What we're going to do is, again, we're just going to collect their name, we're going to collect their email, and then we're going to have them submit. As you can see here, I'm going to call this social media followers like this. And again, you can actually get access to this exact same landing page that I'm building out. So we're going to get rid of this. We don't need the phone and we don't need this. And then again, this is for our lead magnet and landing page. We're going to say, yes, send me my social media planner. The thing that we are giving away lead magnet is our social media planner. People that want to grow on social media will find a planner very valuable, and so we can actually build that with Canva as well. So I'm just going to click save like this, come on, and we've got the form submitted. Now we're going to go back over to our funnel here, and we are going to create a new funnel. This is going to be our social media followers funnel like this. Click create, and then if we click on this, we are going to click on add new step, and this is going to be our landing page like this. Create new funnel step, and this is the first page that people see after they see our content. So again, we're going to create content here, and then we're building out this page just like this. So to do that, we are going to create from blank, and then we are going to simply just build out this landing page. The landing page again needs to have a headline, sub-headline, and a place for their name and their email. I'm going to click wide. I am going to click add row, add 1 column row, add new element. I'm going to put planner, so I'm just going to say like free social media planner. Now what you could do is you could give away a TikTok planner or a YouTube planner. I'm just giving a social media planner as a general, or you could actually do like a bundle of planners as well. So we're going to click the plus sign. I'm going to add in a heading. The way that I like to build out my headings is how to do X and Y without Z. So how to do X in Y without Z. So how to do X. X is the thing that they want, so how to grow a social media following. Y is a time frame, so 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, and Z is a pain point. And so what we can do is we could do something like how to get 10K followers in, we'll say, 30 days without posting every day, just like that. And then we're going to add in a subheadline. We're going to say free planner helps new content creators gain more followers, just like that. And then personally, what I like to do is I like to do a 2 column here. I like to have a image left hand side. I like to have an element with a form on the right hand side. And then the form is the form we just built. Now this form, I believe, is social media followers like this. And then one other thing I want to enter in is a quick paragraph. And I'm just going to move this. We're going to say enter your name and email to download your free social media planner, like that. All right, so now that we have that, and then the image can be your target audience. The image could be a collection like of social media posts, if that's what you want to do. I'm just going to grab an image that I have. Now again, when you join Gbolt Systems for that 2-week free trial, you're going to get access to all of this already done for you. And so basically it's plug and play. Now let's grab this person. Now that we have that, we are going to click save, and then I'm just going to call this a landing page. And so now that we have that, click save one more time, go back. And what we need to do next is we need to build out an email sequence for people that join our landing page. Now, the first thing that we want to do in our email sequence, our autoresponder sequence, is to give them the free thing that we promised them, welcome them to the community, and ask them to white label our email address so that they can get future emails from us. So if we come back over to Gbolt Systems, what we're going to do is we're going to go to automations, and we're simply going to build out a quick 3 or 5 email sequence. While that's working, let's use ChatGPT to help us out. I am going to say, I am giving away a free social media planner. Please create an email welcoming them to our community. I'm going to call our community Social Media for Newbies. Our community is called Social Media for Career Changers. And then I'm going to say also include a link to download our lead magnet. And then also want to include ask them to white label the email address and respond, and ask them to respond, got it, to our email. All right, so that's gonna build out for us. And what I always recommend that you do is don't just blindly copy and paste stuff from AI. Make sure that you are reading through it so that it makes sense. Now, what we wanna do is we're gonna come back over to automation like this. Actually, one final thing we're gonna do right here is we're gonna click on media, and this is where we're going to upload our planners, our PDF. So if you created a planner, for example, let's say we created a social media planner in Canva, we can download it, and I'm just showing you this as an example. Make sure that you are changing and editing whatever you're doing on Canva, because you can't just take their thing and sell it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to click download. I'm going to make sure that this is a PDF, click download, and then I can take this PDF, put it in Gbolt Systems, and then we can deliver it. So Gbolt Systems really is a one-stop shop. Upload file. Let's see, I think it's called, okay, printable social media. So we're going to click upload, come down to printable social media planner. All right, so we're going to go open like this. And now that we have this, we can get the link to the URL. What we're going to do is we would deliver this link or put this link into our email autoresponder, and that's how they get it. So if we refresh this, right, while that's working, the next step is we need to write an email sequence, can help solve problems and have them come back to refer them to our sales page. This is that link that I showed you. The next thing that we want to do is we want to go to automation, and this is where we're actually going to build out the email autoresponder sequence so that people that get our lead magnet, people that request our lead magnet, they get it, and then we're actually going to build out an email sequence as well. And to do that, we are simply going to click on create new workflow, start from scratch, and then I'm just going to call it like social media followers. Again, trying to keep everything as consistent as possible to make my life a little bit easier. So first thing we gotta do is we gotta add a new trigger, and we are going to type in form submitted. We are gonna go add filters, click on form is, and then we want to find that form, social media followers, just like that. Save trigger. I'm gonna change this name to social media followers, like this. And then what we want to do is, first of all, I want to add a tag, and then this tag is going to be called social media followers. Again, keeping everything consistent. Social media followers, like this. Add new tag. And so anytime someone enters their name and their email on this form, they're going to be tagged with social media followers. The next thing that I want to do is I want to send them an email, and then I'm going to put my name, my email address, and then the subject is something I'm going to grab from ChatGPT. Now, one thing that I like to do, one pro tip, is I like to ask ChatGPT to write at like a 10th grade level so that it is not too smart. One of the problems that you can run into is you can write too smart to people and it will turn them off. So I'll just type in rewrite for a 9th grade level, and it'll rewrite it for it. While that's working, I'm just going to put in, hey, first name here, like this. Come back over to ChatGPT, and it's going to rewrite that for us. So while that's working, I'm just gonna grab some of this stuff, like that. Hit enter a couple times, and then I'm gonna just copy and paste it. Now again, when you're getting stuff from the internet, from AI, don't just blindly copy and paste it, okay? Make sure you're reading through it. I'm just copying and pasting to make this go a little bit faster. So we're gonna click on Save Action. We're going to come back over here, and I'm going to ChatGPT to write a 7-day email sequence with tips and tricks to help people grow on social media. Add a call to action to learn more. This call to action will go to a sales page where I sell them a social media workbook. All right, so that's going to work in the background. I'm not going to drag and drop all that stuff over. You don't really need to see it. It's really simple. But what I will do is I want to make sure that I'm waiting 1 day before sending another email. Some people like to wait like 6 hours. I'm just going to wait a day, and then I'm going to save action. I'm going to save this, and then the final step is to just publish it. What you want to do in this section here is you'd want to click add email, and you're going to add another email. Really as simple as that. Now that we have the basics of that started, we're going to jump back over to our sites here. We're going to go to our social media followers sales funnel. And the next thing that we want to build is we want to build a sales page. So I'm going to call this sales page like this. Click on create funnel. And then the next step is to actually do 2 things. 1, thank them for joining our mailing list. And 2, let them know that the product that they requested is on its way. And then we can get into selling that thing. We're going to do wide, add row, add column, and I'm just going to do subheadline. I'm going to say, thank you for joining our community. Your social media planner is on the way. And then I'm going to say, check your promotions or spam folder. ... Okay, so now that we have that, we're letting them know that to check your email. They're going to check their email. Below this is how we're going to sell our social media workbook. And you can even use ChatGPT to help you build that out. Again, make sure you're not just blindly copying and pasting. Give ChatGPT an outline and a framework of what to do. In fact, you can ask ChatGPT outline an effective sales page, and it'll give you that outline. But what we're doing right now is I'm just giving you the framework so that you can get up and running if you wanted to sell a digital product. So now that we have that, let's click save one more time. We're going to click back. And if we take a look at this, we built our landing page. We've got email marketing. We built our sales page. The final thing that we want to do is two things we want to do. We want to build out our product, and we want to build email marketing for our buyers. Now, since we are building out a workbook, there's 2 ways to go about it. We can either just deliver the workbook and tell them to figure it out, or we could build out a workbook and then create a video mini training telling people how to fill it out. I recommend doing that simply because you are offering more value and you're helping people out. You're making their life a little bit easier. If you serve them, if you over promise or over deliver, you will build a customer for life. They'll come back to you again and again and again. So what we'd want to do is we want to go to memberships, and we'd want to go to courses. We want to do products, and we're going to actually create a workbook or a place for the workbook. So we're just going to go products once again, and then create a product. And we're just going to do a sprint course, start building. And we're going to call this a social media follower workbook. All right, so we're going to create product. The way that I would do it is I would have a quick welcome video, and then I would actually include the PDF that we're delivering inside of the welcome aboard screen so that they have what they need right away. The next thing that we want to do is we want to go to offers. Go to offers up here, and then we are going to create a new offer. And this is what we are actually going to sell. So we're going to create an offer title. I'm going to call this social media workbook. And then I'm going to include the social media follower workbook. I'm actually going to charge for this. But the cool thing with this is that you can actually connect this to Stripe and PayPal and collect payments through each one of them. So what we want to do is let's go to payments real quick. And we're going to go to products, create a product. And then I'm going to call this social media workbook. Give it a little description. Service type, it is a digital good, one-time payment. Let's call it $7. And then additional options. This is a membership offer. I don't have Stripe or PayPal connected to this account. If I had it connected to an account, I could charge for it and I could connect it. So that's kind of the hurdle and roadblock that I'm running into right now. Anyway, let's assume that we created our digital product and everything is connected. We could come back over to sites, go to social media followers like this. We want to add one more step, and I like to have my order form separate from my sales page. And what we're going to do is we're going to create from blank. And then I like to have a two-step order form, and I actually like to have on the left-hand side an overview of what they're getting, so what they're buying. And then on the right-hand side, the actual order form. So I would just include like a bullet list of stuff that they're getting. On this side, we're going to do a two-step order form like this. And then you can also build what's called an order bump. An order bump allows you to increase the average order value or the average cart value for your customers. Now, when you include something on the order bump, it has to be relevant or congruent to the overall product. For the order bump, you could do something like an over-the-shoulder case study of how you went from 0 to 10,000 followers in 2 weeks on social media. People will buy that. So for now, we're just going to save this. We're going to hit cancel. We're going to save this. And then 2 other pages that we can add. We're going to add an upsell page. So we're going to give them something else for a higher price. And then we can also have a thank you order confirmation page to let them know that everything went through. Again, this is how you simply build out a digital product step by step. This is really everything that you need. So right now we are just working on these last 2 steps, and then you have really everything that you need to get up and running. All right, so we're going to do add step, and we're going to call this upsell. Now, the only people that will see this upsell page are people that have successfully paid for the original product. All right, so the one thing that I want to show you is if we go back to order form, we can go to products here. We're going to click on add product, and this is where we would add in the social media product. But we can't add it right now simply because I don't have Stripe or PayPal connected. But this is where you would add in the form. You would come to upsell, and then you can add your upsell product. And once again, what we would want to do is we'd want to create from blank, and we want to thank them for their purchase and let them know that we have a special opportunity that's not available anywhere else. So we're just going to click thank you, add row, add 1 column, and then we would say thanks for buying the social media, I don't know, whatever name we would call this. So thanks for buying the social media blueprint. And then we would introduce our upsell. The upsell, again, is designed to increase the average order value or the average cart value so that you can essentially make more money. Now, when you're doing an upsell, make sure that, once again, just like the order bump, it's congruent with whatever your target audience wants to know. Maybe on the upsell, we have a mini course or mini training on how to monetize their new followers. That would make sense. That would be logical. Would not make sense on our upsell is if we start talking about underwater basket weaving. Make sure that everything on your sales funnel is congruent, is in line, and it makes sense for the target audience. So we have our initial product, we've got the upsell. If they say no, they go to the thank you page. If they say yes, we can add them. There's an option for a one-click upsell button. We can add that, and then we make even more money. After that, they go to the thank you page. Some people will have both an upsell and a downsell here. If you are brand new, I probably would stay away from doing downsells in the very beginning just because they can be a little confusing. But the final thing that we want to add is just a thank you page. And then we want to go back over to automation one more time, and we want to give them directions on how to access the thing they just purchased. To do that, we're going to click on create workflow. We are going to start from scratch once again. And what we're going to do this time is we're first going to remove all the tags from them. And then we are going to give them a new tag of social media workbook buyers, and we are going to do things a little bit differently. To do that, we're going to click on add new workflow. We're going to click on order form submitted. We're going to click on add filters, in funnel, and then social media followers like this. We're going to add filter once again, and we're going to say submission type sale. Now, the cool thing with this system is you can do a submission type for sales, so people that buy the upsell, so give them a different email. People that just opt in and don't buy, so those are going to be like abandoned cart people. We can have different email automations for each one of those. For now, I'm just going to click on save trigger. Anytime someone buys, they're going to get pushed to this email sequence. And so what we're going to do first and foremost is we want to remove content tag, and then we're going to click on social media followers because we don't want them to get emails from that group. Save action. We're going to also remove them from all workflows. And what we're going to do, save action, is we can add a new tag, add tag, and we're going to call them social media workbook buyers. And the reason why we are doing this is so that we can segment our list to go back to these people if we have a new product or service. Okay, and then we're going to click +sign once again, and we're going to do email send. And on this email, we want to thank them and congratulate them on buying our product, and then give them directions on how to access it. So we're just going to say like, thank you for buying our workbook. And then, you know, we're just going to welcome them to the community. We're going to tell them everything that they need to know. Click save. I need to add in, we're going to say, we are happy to have you here. Click save action like that. We're going to save this once again, and I'm going to change the name to this social media buyers, like that. Click save once again. And then you want to make sure that you are turning this on by clicking publish and then save. But in reality, we have everything that we need. So we're getting traffic from social media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We're sending them to a landing page to give them a lead magnet in exchange for their name and their email. Once they enter in their name and their email, they're going to go to this thank you page, which is also our sales page. I'm just going to put a button here for a $sign. If they click on this button, they're going to get taken to our order form, where if they click on it, we make money. If they click and buy, we make money. The next step is for them to see an upsell page. Now, an upsell page is not mandatory in the very beginning. You can see there, that's our upsell page. But what we're doing is we want to segment our list at every step of the way. We're going to treat people that just opt in differently than people that buy, and we want to treat people that buy differently than people that buy our upsell. But for all intents and purposes, like I said, this was going to be a longer video. This is the basics, the foundations of creating and selling your first digital product. Now, the really cool thing about Gbolt Systems is that you can do all of this in one place. You don't have to go to one place to do your social media. You don't have to go to a separate place to create your landing pages, and then a third or fourth place to create your order forms and make your sales. All of this is available in one place. And with Gbolt Systems, you get a 2-week free trial. You just pay the one-time account setup fee. Included in the free trial, you get 14,000 emails. So that's about 500 people on your mailing list. You get full access to creating digital products, as many as you want, as many funnels as you want. In addition to the funnels that you already have included, all of this stuff is included, and you get instant access to it as soon as you sign up for the free trial. So if you want to learn more about Gbolt Systems, you want to see how you can create and sell your first digital product with Gbolt Systems, I encourage you to go check it out with the 2-week free trial. Again, you just pay that one-time new account setup fee, and away you go. Now that you know how to create and sell digital products, watch this video next, because YouTube says it will help you grow your online business.